Hi guys. Okay, so today I'm gonna show and tell you 14 ways to cool down without having an air conditioning if it's a hot day. Okay, so one of the things is you can get a bandana or a cloth with water, or it can be even a shirt, a cotton shirt, and you wanna wet it with cold water. And today I'm using my daughter's little baby for an example. Okay, so basically this would be the back of your neck right here. Okay, so you want to wrap it around the back of your neck for some instant heat relief. When the clothes dry out, or if the rag dries out, just get it wet again and repeat the process as needed. So if it gets dry and you're hot again, we'll go and do the same thing again, and that'll help keep all the back of your head fresh. So as a lot of people know, or if they don't know, your feet and your head have a lot to do with overheating. So I said if it gets dry, re-wet it with fresh water, place it back around the back of your neck. That'll keep you real fresh. That's one of the things. Another thing you can do, which I'm going to show you, is you want to come to your sink or wherever you have a faucet, turn on your cold water, let it run on your wrist. Run it on your wrist for about 30 seconds. Run it on your wrist for about 30 seconds for a minute. That helps cool you down on a hot day as well. Again, with cold water. And you can do that as many times as you want throughout the day as well, just like with the rag around your neck. Another thing you can do, but I advise you don't use cold water from the refrigerator or water with ice in it. This is you going inside and being in the shade for a while, so you don't want to just come outside from a hot day and then automatically go into the restroom and have cold water on your head, because you know that could basically take your life. So you don't want to do that. So what you want to do is you want to sit in the shade for about 10-15 minutes, cool it down a little bit like that. Then you can go in and you can wet your hair till you feel all the heat running down your head, cooling out, going out until the water is running down and it feels cold as it should. That's one thing you can do. You can wet your hair, help stay fresh, and you don't want to do it with ice cold water, and you don't want to be in the sun either while your head is wet. So that's the third way. Number 4 is you can have one of these, a little sprayer. You can also use a water misting fan if you want to buy one of those. Basically, you can just spray it on your neck area right here, on this area. Spray it on your palms if you don't want to keep going to the sink. Spray it on the back, spray it on your head, spray your feet. Those things right there also help a lot. If you spray those areas, it helps keep the heat off a lot. Number 5, another way, you can get a bowl. You fill it up with ice, and you place your little fan right in front of you, and you want to put it about 6 inches away from your ice bowl, and make sure that the ice is above the bowl. So if your bowl, say if your bowl is like, it goes high, well, you want your ice to go over that, so that way that fan, when it's breezing, it's blowing, it'll blow that cold ice, frost going up, it'll blow it at you. You can also use a glass bowl to do this for similar results. Plastic bowls are less effective, so you don't want to use a plastic bowl. For a little less mess, fill a large plastic bottle about 3/4 full with water and freeze it. Set the frozen bottle in front of the fan instead of using the bowl of ice. Then just pop the bottle back in the freezer to harden. Keep in mind that this might be less effective than using a glass or metal bowl. So, number 6, the cold water lowers your body's core temperature. If you love if you've gone swimming on a hot summer day, you know how refreshing a dip in the pool can be. If you need to cool down at home, jump in the shower or take a cold bath like I said earlier. That's another way of cooling down. Number 7 is basically if you're inside and it's hot, you don't have any ACs, keep your blinds closed. It blocks the sun's rays so your home doesn't absorb more heat, because if you have it open, there's more heat getting absorbed inside your house. As soon as the temperature starts to rise, close your windows and lower your blinds. If you have curtains, close them. Your home might become dark and tight, but it should stay cool. Number 8, open the windows at night, because at night the sun isn't out, so you know it's less heat. Let cool air into your home so it's not stuffy indoors, so that way during the day, whenever you do have everything closed up, it gets stuffy. So at night you want to open them up and let all that stuffiness and dust and all that go out. If you don't want to sleep with your windows open, shut them before you go to bed and open them in the morning before it starts heating up again. So if you don't feel safe with them open at night, you know, whenever you're going to lay down, close them back up. Early in the morning, if you're an early bird, then open up your windows. That way the rest of the stuffiness goes out, then close them back up again when the heat comes out. Another thing, number 9, and I'm telling y'all 14 things. Number 9, swap out your bed with cooling sheets. So if you have an extra pair of sheets for your bed, you know, I do it all the time. My bed, when I lay in it, I feel hot, so what I do is I put an extra sheet down. It can be silk, it can be satin, or it can be cotton, whichever you prefer, whatever you can use. Basically, you have on your fitted sheet, but your comforter sheet is the one that makes you feel fresh when you lay with it. And then you put your blanket over and it will keep you super fresh. You know, it's hard to sleep when it's hot out. If you've got Polyester or flannel sheets, swap them out for cool, breathable fibers. Take off comforters or heavy blankets and sleep with a single sheet to stay even cooler. You know, you may have heard recommendations to soak your sheets in cold water before you go to bed. However, this isn't a good idea since these sheets will warm up quickly and the moisture can make them mildew. So you don't want to do that. Another thing, number 10, if you feel real hot in your bed, you know, move your mattress to the floor. Sleeping on the floor will be cooler because it's lower and all the air is breezing through the bottom. You know, if your house is real closed up, you're not going to get that, but for some reason on the floor it's always cooler. Since warm air rises, consider putting your mattress on the ground where it's slightly cooler. If you have a basement, you should also sleep down there in a sleeping bag on nights when it's practically hot. If you have a way to hang a hammock in your home, give it a try. You'll get better air circulation, so it might be easier for you to fall asleep because, you know, it's netted. 11, if you have a box ceiling fan, turn that on. If you don't, I'm sorry. Hopefully something works for you, and hopefully these are the other ideas work for you. But basically with the ceiling fan, if you have a chimney in your home, open the flue at night so the hot air can rise out of your home and more cool night air can get in. You know, that's if you have a chimney. If you have an attic fan, open the windows and turn it on so it pulls the hot air up and out of your home. And if you have a ceiling fan, set them to run counterclockwise so they pull up cool air from the floor. That's if you have a ceiling fan, if you have a chimney, if you have an attic fan. Those 3 things, you know, if people would do. Number 12, dress in lightweight, loose-fitting clothes, basically cotton, linen, and silk. Now's the time to swap out artificial fibers like polyester for light, breathable fabrics made from cotton, linen, or silk. Natural fibers are breathable so you don't feel like the heat is trapped against your body. If you're going outside, wear a wide brimmed that, and don't forget the sunscreen. Avoid wearing dark clothes too dark. Basically, dark clothes absorb the heat. White reflects the heat, it bounces off. So if you're trying to wear black, that's going to absorb the heat. This is silk, so this might be okay, but if you're wearing white like this, that's gonna make the sun rays bounce off and it's not gonna absorb that heat. But cotton, linen, and silk are good to wear on hot days. Make sure that you're drinking water throughout the day. That's the most important thing. You know, you gotta stay hydrated, you gotta stay drinking water. Fresh cold water is gonna keep the inside, you know, fresh. You're gonna stay hydrated, so if you're sweating, you know, you're drinking all that back in by staying with your fresh water. Another Another thing, number 14, is stock up on cold treats. You know, you can popsicles are good. Popsicles, yogurt. These two things I recommend on a hot day. Ice cream, frozen fruit smoothies. Grabbing something cold from the fridge or freezer is a classic way to cool yourself off. The taste is great. Try to choose something that's light and refreshing, like a fruit sorbet or a chilled watermelon. These also have fluids that can help you, that can keep you hydrated. For a fun snack, rinse fresh grapes and stick them in the freezer, then pop a frozen grape in your mouth. That's great. Whenever you need a quick cold treat, you can also enjoy frozen berries, but they may stain your fingers, so be ready for that if you want to go with that idea. If you want to make your own popsicles, freeze your favorite juice or smoothie in smaller cups with popsicle sticks stuck in them. You don't have to go with this. If you have a favorite juice or drink that you want to freeze, well, get you a little maker for your popsicles. Get you some popsicle sticks, pour it in there, dip it in there, let it freeze, take it out, and enjoy it on a hot day. I'm sorry that I don't have a lot of things to demonstrate with what I'm saying, but if you're just listening to this video and you try these things, I promise you it'll really help you on a hot day. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.